Right now, I want you to pause and truly hear this message. I know you might be facing a lot right now, and things might feel overwhelming. You might be carrying burdens that no one else can see, and you may feel like you're walking through this life alone. But I want to remind you of something important. God sees you. He knows exactly what you're going through, and He is with you every step of the way. We all face moments when life doesn't seem fair, when challenges pile up and doubts creep in. It's easy to feel like you're not enough or that your struggles are too much to bear. But I'm here to tell you that no matter how hard things get, you are not alone. God's love for you is bigger than any obstacle you face. His presence is constant, His grace is limitless, and His power is working in your life even now. You may feel discouraged, wondering when things will turn around, but I want to encourage you to hold on, because God has not forgotten you. His plan for your life is filled with purpose, and He is working things together for your good, even when you can't see it. The story is not over yet. Life can often feel like a series of struggles, one after another, but the truth is that every challenge you face is a step in God's greater plan for your life. It may not make sense now, but trust me, God is using everything, both the good and the bad, to shape you and prepare you for something greater. You are not defined by your circumstances, but by the love and purpose that God has placed in you. In Jeremiah 29:11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." That's the God we serve. His plans for you are filled with hope, and He wants to give you a future filled with purpose, peace, and joy. It's easy to get caught up in the struggles, to focus on the things that are going wrong, but God wants you to focus on Him. Focus on His promises, His word, and the truth that He is always with you. He has already overcome the world, and He has equipped you with everything you need to overcome the challenges you face. In Isaiah 41:10, God reminds us, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." God is with you. He will strengthen you when you feel weak. He will help you when you need guidance, and He will uphold you when you feel like you can't stand on your own. His strength is made perfect in your weakness, and His grace is more than enough. There may be times when you feel like your prayers are unanswered or that things are never going to change. But I want you to know that God hears you. He sees your heart, your pain, and your longing. His timing is always perfect, even when we don't understand it. When it feels like things aren't moving, it's often because God is working behind the scenes, preparing you for what's next. Psalm 27:14 tells us, "Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord." Waiting is hard, but it's in the waiting that we grow, that we learn patience, and that our faith is strengthened. It's in those quiet, still moments that God is shaping us for the future He has for us. Trust that He is preparing something beautiful, and that the best is yet to come. The key to moving forward is trusting God fully. When we trust Him, we open ourselves up to His peace, His direction, and His love. We don't have to have it all figured out. We don't need to know how everything will work out as long as we know that God is in control. His ways are higher than our ways, and He sees the bigger picture. His plans for you are filled with hope, and He will bring them to fruition at just the right time. When you're feeling discouraged, remember this: God's promises never fail. He is faithful, and He will come through for you. Romans 8:28 tells us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Every moment you've lived, every struggle you've faced, is part of God's perfect plan for you. He is working everything for your good, even when you can't see it. As you walk through life, I encourage you to hold on to this truth. You are not alone. God is walking with you. He is strengthening you, protecting you, and guiding you. His love is with you every step of the way, and His faithfulness will never fail. No matter what you're facing today, God is bigger. No matter how impossible it seems, God can make a way. No matter how many setbacks you've had, God is the one who restores. He is working on your behalf, and He is bringing everything together for your good. So today I want to encourage you. Trust in God. Trust in His timing. Trust in His love, and trust in His promises. Surrender your burdens to Him, and know that He is carrying them for you. You don't have to carry them alone anymore. And as you go through this week, remember that you are never alone. God is always with you. He will never leave you or forsake you. He is your strength, your peace, and your provider. Whatever you are facing, know that God is working in you and through you. You are more than a conqueror through Christ, and nothing is impossible with God. If you're ready to surrender your fears, doubts, and burdens to God today, I encourage you to share this message with someone who needs encouragement. Let them know that God is with them, that they are not alone, and that He is making a way for them. The best is yet to come. God has amazing things in store for you. Keep trusting Him, and watch as He moves in your life in ways you never thought possible.